Welcome back to NAZ Today. My name is Makayla Richardson and I will be your student forecaster on this Wednesday evening. Now, taking a look at our Flagstaff currently, we do have that outside temperature at about 43 degrees with partially cloudy skies and that barometer reading at about 30.8 inches. We do have a relative humidity of about 32% with those northeastern winds at 6 miles per hour. Now, speaking of northeastern winds, you can see a little bit of the cloud coverage that's being brought in over here and a little bit of cloud coverage coming from that southwestern region as well, forming a little bit of a diagonal shape across the state. Now, looking at our daily almanac, we did see a high of 54 degrees today with a low of 23, pretty on par with those averages of 55 and 25 respectively. And our records were set at 74 as our high in 1973, and about 10 years ago, our record low of 7 degrees was set in 2011. Our sunrise was at 6:54 this morning, and our sunset was at 5:26. And our precipitation yesterday, no precipitation yesterday, but since January 1st, we have seen above average levels at 23.26 inches. Now, taking a look at our high temperatures for today across northern Arizona, we saw a little bit of a cooling trend around the region. Now, Phoenix for the valley, you saw a temperature that was pretty cold at 79 degrees. Page, you saw a high of 78. Grand Canyon, a high of 67 degrees. Kingman, a high of 61, and Sedona, a high of 67. Now, bringing it back to Flagstaff, our forecast low for tonight is a little bit below freezing at 23 degrees with mostly clear skies and that sunset, like I mentioned, at 5:26, so it's just a little bit ago. And if you missed that sunset, don't worry. Tomorrow you will be able to see that sunset at 5:25 p.m. and conversely that sunrise at 6:55 a.m. We will be having that forecast high of 48 degrees that I mentioned earlier in my fastcast, which is a little bit below average for what we want to see in this time of the season. And don't let those sunny skies fool you. I would bring a jacket because it is going to be very brisk outside. Looking tomorrow at our forecast temperatures, we do have a high of 64 with a low of 39 in Sedona, a high of 56 and a low of 33 in Page, a high of 65 and a low of 35 in Kingman. Show Low, you'll be seeing a high of 52 with a low of 26, and Winslow, a high of 59 with a low of 26. Bringing it back to Flagstaff, looking at our Flagstaff extended, Thursday you'll be seeing that high of 48 with a low of 21, like I mentioned earlier, a high of 53 and a low of 22 on Friday, high of 55 and a low of 24 on Saturday, a high of 56 and a low of 26 on Sunday, and a high of 59 with a low of 29 on Monday. So you can really see that warming trend that I was talking about a little bit earlier in the broadcast. Now, that is all I have for you right now. Stay tuned after the break for sports with Ava Nichols.